It's time to play the game. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. There is no script here. There's never been a script on Fog Wrestling. Sometimes we have specific bullet points and quotes to take for guys, but you know what? I'm just going all in here on Triple H. I've got a bit of free time. I've got a bit of energy. It may be late. Saturday night's main event may be around the corner, but this guy, this big nose guy, alright, needs tell and he needs addressed right here, right now on the channel. I'm sick of it, alright folks? I'm absolutely sick of it. The Netflix era, the Netflix era, the Netflix era, Triple H, oh, it's bigger than the Attitude Era. It's bigger, oh, the current era of WWE is the Netflix era, and it's because of the company's move to stream on Netflix. It's got the potential to be bigger than the Attitude Era. Not a chance. Attitude Era ratings, big ratings, my friends, big ratings, right? Absolutely big ratings. It is a few, it is a few weeks away, right? And there is nothing happening in terms of the ratings. The ratings are getting steadier and steadier every single year. Let's just fire out a couple of examples. Now, we are going to go into this in a wee bit more detail, right? I think it definitely does require so, right? But let's just look at some of like the highest rating the highest rated Raws ever. We are talking about, we're in the 8 millions, right? We are in the 8 millions. We are talking, 99, 2000, 2001, your 98s, right? We are in the Attitude Era. So Triple H is saying that the Netflix era is bigger, potential to be bigger than the Attitude Era. We are talking about like a bunch of years crammed together that we're getting ratings that are literally like 6-7 times currently what we're getting right now. So what I've got to say to Triple H is that you're a big fucking liar. That's what it is. I've always said that for me, my favourite era of wrestling has been like, 97 to probably around like 2011, 12 in that category, right? And see the ratings in 97, they were hovering around like 2.2 million, right? But then once 98 came around, the ratings started to absolutely skyrocket. We're seeing them go from like 3 to 4 to 5 to 7, right? And then up to 8 and getting, up to 8 million viewers, right? 8 million viewers. Then, of course, they went for the USA Network, TNN. That did lose them a few viewers, right? But pretty much from 2001, then right through to like 2005, 6, they held steady. And then from about 2005, right through to 2011, the ratings were so consistent. The ratings were so consistent, right? And it's honestly petrifying to me to actually see the drop-off in wrestling, right? And to me, around 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, that's when wrestling massively dropped off. You want to know why it massively dropped off? Because a lot of people went to TNA or were in TNA around that point, and guys like Michaels, Triple H, Undertaker, Edge, guys like that, Batista, they retired or they were semi-retired and worked a very lot, a lot of limited dates. And then this is when we saw like 2013, 14, we began to get like Daniel Bryan rammed down our throat. We began to get the Shield rammed down our throat. There was no mid-carders whatsoever that were worth a damn to promote, right? And back in the day, man, when we talk about the ruthless aggression and the attitude, the mid-card was stacked, man. When you're talking about throwaway editions of Raw, you're getting like Kane and RVD against Jericho and Christian. See, that match would main event Mania these days, and rightfully so. It's honestly petrifying to see, right? And then around 2011, you're talking about ratings, right? In 2011, above 5 million. The ratings of 2011 are like 3 million off the peak of what wrestling ever did. And then what you've got then is since around 2013, cable just absolutely dies. You've went from like, the 4 million overall and it to plummeting to like 2019. Then during COVID in 2021, it's just got worse. And then ever since then, it's, the worst Raw ever, the worst Raw ever, the worst Raw ratings ever, the worst SmackDown ever, the worst whatever ever. And it's like Triple H has got the audacity to turn around and say that wrestling is in a boom. There is no fucking boom period. Yeah, Triple H, right, is getting new ideas out there and, he's more open to like bring in, you know, he's willing to experiment outside of WWE. McMahon kept it very contained, and to a degree, he limited himself with that. Triple H is opening up to like European tours, big shows in Europe, which McMahon never did. Just never did. And obviously, there's a market out there to explore and make a lot of money from. But for Triple H to turn around and say and lie straight through his teeth that he thinks the Netflix era is going to surpass the Attitude Era. And this, as we said, I can't even remember what Fid we said in, right? But this is Triple H, a guy that is booked a lot of wrestling. He has seen a lot of wrestling. He has wrestled a lot of wrestling. This is the guy that came up with the screw job. Apparently the mastermind, right? This is also the guy that used to bury people for fun. And now, in the 2020s, the same guy can't book to save his life and makes ridiculous claims like that. It feels like they're trying to rewrite history and rewrite the past. And I tell you what, it's pissing me off. And I am borderline wanting to stop watching wrestling because it is fucking wank. Alright? It is shite. There's a rant on Triple H. He's a liar. And there's one thing that I can't stand. It's a liar. We are not in a boom period. It is awful. Yeah, see when Netflix hits, it might be good for a few weeks. Hell, might be good for a few months. But see after Mania, when the big stars dissipate and John Cena retires at the end of the year and things like that, what you left with? Shite. Even the guys that are considered current stars like the Usos, Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre, these are guys that are late 30s, 40. They can't go around forever. You know what I mean? And it's mental that you're getting to a point where even guys in the recent eras are getting to a point where they can't go. Crazy talk. He's a liar.